Salutations! Welcome to Loving the Language of Literacy. My name is Sophia Lee, and today I'm here to film 50 more random facts about me. Just warning you guys, these facts are extremely random. My respect drastically decreases for you if you burn my microwave popcorn. I have officially signed over my life to Snapchat. I am an extremely click-happy person, which means I will request every single NetGalley arc that catches my eye, as well as buy every single Kindle Daily deal that I want, which is not very good for my debit card. I just got interested in listening to podcasts, so if you have any good ones, feel free to recommend them to me. When I uploaded my first 50 random facts about me video, it was actually the morning of my very first date, and that was ice skating with my former boyfriend. I adamantly insisted I did not need a laptop and was perfectly fine with my desktop until I got my baby. And I love her very much. I absolutely love writing any kinds of lists, but specifically to-do lists, but recently I found that actually writing have accomplished lists are much better because they make me feel like I've actually done things with my life, and when there's to-do lists, I run the risk of feeling really bad for myself because I haven't actually accomplished those things. Because we all know, things that go on my lists rarely actually happen. TBRs. My best friend, the tomboy who never cares how she looks, wears more jewelry than I do. As a writer and an obsessive student, I have just stacks and stacks of binders and notebooks. The other day I was cleaning out my desk and I swear I have around 2,000 index cards or some insane number like that. Since I was in 5th grade, I have not been able to leave the house ever without brushing my hair. I can skip the teeth as well as washing my face. My guilty pleasure on YouTube is watching planner videos. I'm absolutely obsessed with seeing what other people do with their days and how they just organize everything with those pretty stickers and little check boxes and everything else. I've been all over Europe to places like London and Stockholm and Paris, but I've actually never been to Las Vegas, and one time I was standing with my group of like 12 friends, and out of all of them, I was the only one who had never gone. At my old school, 9 out of those 12 friends all spoke Cantonese, so there was really no point in me learning Mandarin, at least in a social aspect. I legitimately suck at taking selfies. Like, I am never satisfied, and I seem to never actually look good in them either. When I was in preschool, I managed to somehow rip off or bruise, I don't actually know how it happened, my thumbnail 3 separate times, and at nap time, I would actually measure the progress of my thumbnail growing back. I was really weird. I'm not a superstitious person, but every single morning when I get the Goodreads quote of the day in my inbox, I try to somehow relate it to how my life is going at the moment. I don't actually feel guilty if I've left series unfinished. I haven't had a really good history with iPod Touches. I actually fried the first one, upgraded to my second one, and then water damaged the third, and abandoned the fourth completely for my iPhone. I'm the kind of person who, whenever I have to make a huge decision or just something big is happening in my life, I have to talk it out with someone, whether they're listening or not, really, because I just want to actually hear myself go through all the options and the pros and cons to the situation. Some of my first dates ever were to an abandoned quarry, 2 separate cemeteries, and a water tower. Nobody ever claimed I was traditional. I absolutely love color coding my life, from my calendar to my to-do list to my notes. Whenever I'm feeling down, I would literally put my entire iTunes library on shuffle, even though around half of those songs, so to speak, are audiobook files, because I always find something that I haven't discovered in a long time, and I love the nostalgia that comes with it. I just found out that the origin story for why I was named Sophia was completely wrong. My mom wanted to name me Francesca, but it turns out that when my mom and dad were first together, and they had this little kitten, and my mom named Francesca, but my dad absolutely hated the kitten, so he just saved me from not being named after a cat, apparently. Last school year, I had a total I'm in a young adult novel moment when I was in an actual love triangle, and what happened was I had just been on my first date, and then I learned a few months later that right at that time, one of my guy friends was actually going to ask me out, but then Emma, of course, told him that I had a boyfriend, and he wasn't even my boyfriend at the moment, so I have no idea what would have happened if things had gone differently. Every once in a while I get a mysterious itch to organize and clean everything in my room, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. I am rarely able to get through watching an entire movie because I always get distracted by something else. I'm strangely attracted to morally ambiguous characters and bad guys in books, but I would never look at them twice in real life. I never actually appreciated good Chinese and Mexican food when I lived in Los Angeles. I went through several phases when I was younger when I was obsessed with cryptology and just secret codes in general, and one day when I was bored, I actually learned the Code of Claw from Gregor the Overlander. I've always been obsessed with quotes, and I spend hours actually scouring Pinterest and Tumblr for ones I relate to, and then I tape them onto my hipster corkboard. I found out last June that I get nauseous if I'm on a boat that's too small, but I never get car sick, air sick, and I love amusement park rides. I don't understand how some booktubers and bloggers can review every single book they read because I can never actually think of enough things to say about all those books. When I was younger, I used to stay up every single birthday and think, this is the year I'm going to become some paranormal creature or a hero or get my acceptance letter to Hogwarts. And it's never happened. Why? Hummingbirds and dragons are my favorite animals despite the vast differences between them. My best friend has told me to read a ton of series, but I never actually read them until someone else tells me to, and this has happened with the Legend Trilogy and the Mortal Instruments. Last week, after 2 hours of cross-country practice, I biked the 4-mile round trip to the library and back in 90-degree weather. The things I do for BookTube. I recently got a new bay, my Kindle Paperwhite, so if you have any suggestions for me, leave them in the comments below. My parents joke that I need a psychiatrist because my hatred of weeding is that great. I prefer waffles over pancakes, ice cream over frozen yogurt, as well as milkshakes over sundaes. You can tell I'm just really craving sweets right now. I seem to be immune to drama and the things that everyone knows. Despite what everyone says about not moving when a bee is around you, I always get the heck out of there. I have spent way too many hours of my life playing 2048. I've never actually consciously been awake in a dream because I always can either control or I know it's actually a dream, and that's called lucid dreaming and not actual dreaming. I seem to be some sort of neon sign for mosquitoes because they always seem to find and devour me. My best friend has accused me multiple times of flirting with people when that was never my intention and I was just being genuinely nice. I'm always disgusted to hear what goes into and what is done to food that I eat, but never enough to actually be vegan or vegetarian. Myself and my entire family can never gauge whether I'll actually enjoy a movie or not because my favorites range from such a wide spectrum of genres. One moment I love Matilda, then Mission Impossible, then the Titanic. Try to figure me out. I once hung out in a huge drain storm pipe and it gave me extreme Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets vibes. I was kind of terrified that a basilisk could come out any moment. I used to climb out of the roof of my bedroom window just to read and think, and my mom never found out. I spent an irrational amount of time brainstorming for this video. Anyways, tell me in the comments below some random facts about yourself and if we have any in common. Thank you so much for watching. Keep calm, read on, and I'll see you in a video soon. Goodbye! If you enjoyed hearing so much about me, give this video a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you would like to. My social media is all on my face at SLSBooks and all my previous videos are below me.